Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing today? So I was just sitting here thinking, it's on Mother's Day, so the entire planet screeched to a fucking halt to worship all the women who are probably have probably at one point in time. Well, we'll talk about that, but at one point in time, ripped the dude's fucking life apart, stole his kids, took his money, called the cops on him, yada yada yada. And if they didn't, this is what I want to say for all these traditional families that stuck together and stuff like that. Why do you think she didn't? Because she's a good person. Mom, mom was just a good person, or was it because she was afraid that if she left dad, she wouldn't have any more security? That she would look like a whore and a pile of shit in the eyes of the community, social status, money. Was it the fear of that, or is it just that she's such a good person? First of all, the traditional families and people who don't get divorced, you're talking about fucking 3% of the whole planet. So most people get divorced, fucking go through all the hell. But that little 3%, I know you're thinking, well, she's just a good person. Marriages end because of women, guys. Marriages end. You don't see guys running around, I'm so tired of her, I'm just going to divorce her. You also don't see guys running around saying, I can't wait to get married. Oh, I'm so excited. You don't see guys doing that shit. Marriages happen because of women, and divorces happen because of women. They and there's a billion different reasons. A guy will put up with damn near anything before. I mean, for him to step out and say, "I have to fucking divorce this lady," especially when he has kids with her. Guys almost never do that. It's the women who do it. Same women that were begging to get married are now begging to get divorced. I just don't want you to get fooled by thinking that the animal instinct of a female human being, they can't help it, guys. They can't help it. If there's a way for them to destroy you or get a better deal, they're going to go for it. I've seen it over and over and over a million times. I was at a party the other night, and I just started looking with my own eyes, checking out all the guys that have been divorced. And boom, boom. Fuck, it might have been everybody in the room. Me, my brother, his buddies. Yeah, I think every man in the fucking room, there was like 7 of us. I'm just thinking this now. This is making me so happy because people are such fucking idiots. They still like believe that you should do this. You should get married and this whole stuff. And that women are decent people. Holy fucking shit, man. They still actually believe it. Every man in that fucking room was divorced. And then I started counting how many guys are paying child support. Mine ain't court ordered, but I still hand the fucking woman all sorts of money so she can take care of my kids because I care about my kids. She still gets a free ride. You know what I mean? And yeah, there was a lot of guys, boom, paying out money. Random guy shows up, don't know him at all. My brother says he's one of the best sales manager in the whole state of Michigan, maybe the best. Physically doesn't look like much, but obviously really good at what he does. Has taken the time to become the best in the whole state of Michigan, this entire state. So I'm guessing he probably makes around $200,000 a year. Used cars, new car industry. Um, in that we get drinking Captain and Coke, having a good time, getting fucked up. And I asked, "What's your story? What this that?" And he says, "I'm going through a divorce." Well, here's a guy who has taken the time to become something fucking great. Everybody in the fucking room, including the new guy, is going through the middle of hell. But we've all been through it with them women. 2 kids. Now this is the kicker. 2 kids. Somehow she manipulated them court systems to obviously make believe that this guy was some kind of an animal. I'm looking at him physically. Dude, he's not a violent guy. I can tell. makes all that kind of money. He sees his 2 kids 3 hours a week on Sunday, visitation rights, and she has to be there and watch as he hangs out with his kids. How in the fuck could a judge say or do? And you can tell, like when he said that to me, I mean, I was like, fuck, let's get drunk. Just got him, giving the guy a hug. Oh, it's disgusting. Could you imagine? And you could tell, just him talking about it. Grown ass man. I mean, he had a look in his eyes like he was gonna cry, and at the same time he wanted to blow somebody's brains out of their fucking head. You know what I mean? And he ain't even a violent guy. And it just made me want to fucking throw up. It's it's just so bad out there, guys. It's so bad out there. It's almost like we're all being raised and set up to end up one day being destroyed by a woman and at the same time taking care of her life and living for her. It's it's such a fucking horrible situation. Our world has been set up so bad like that. It's just you got to be a fucking I mean you really if you're getting married, I mean as a man if you're getting married, I mean you have to be so false. You have such bad information in your head. When you take a step back, you put the take the blinders off and get out of that fairy tale world of the Disney movies and all this shit, and you just step back and you take a look at women, watch them, look at their motives, look around at all the other guys who are dying and being tortured and not getting to see their kids, and just it's so many, it's every guy has either been through it, and a lot of guys go through a divorce. Like one guy went through a divorce, didn't have any kids. Well, that ain't the fucking same. You can just step away from her. See you later. You take it easy. Nice to know you. But now when you got kids, they have more ammunition to use against you. That's when the torture tactics start. That's when the horrible shit starts. I just had to make the observation looking around, and it's amazing to me. They have fooled men. Men are so fooled. You know, if men started stepping up and just saying, I ain't never marrying nobody ever. And all the good men did that. Do you know what that would lead to? Do you know how women would start treating men if they just like, I'm not taking care of you, I'm not doing shit for you, I'm not marrying you. You want to hang out? Let me stick my dick in you when I feel like it. And you want to treat me good? Be decent to me? Not put me down, not help me out, help me out. You do what I bring something to the table, you bring something of equal value to the table. Not no 50-50 everything. We're not getting married. Um the kid thing, I don't know. I don't want it to be the end of civilization, but dude, you're risking your entire life if you have a kid anymore. And I got 2 kids. But dang, I wish I would have planned it out way, way, way better. I mean, definitely not got married ever. And I don't know. I don't know. It's just really, really, really difficult, man. I mean, they're trying to bring. If a guy has half a brain on his shoulders, it could be, if all guys were smart like that, they're trying to bring civilization to an end. Every fucking kid you see, their parents are divorced, dude. Or going through it. Or miserable as fuck. It's people can look at that. You can look at that and say, "Oh, that's a negative attitude to take on the world." No, it ain't. It's just an honest attitude. That's true. I'm watching. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. That Joe guy that I just met, he's on a suicidal brink because like a mother or a father animal that would you take the kids and just take it away from the animal and leave them in a cage. That's what that's like. He's going through that. And I'm so glad that I'm over that part of it because you see, my ex-wife is such a just like all of them. she doesn't care. She doesn't really give a fuck about the kids, She cares more about, or did care more about making my life a living hell and making me look bad. She would drop her kids off at her mom's place and go out and party 3-4 nights a week. And when I'm sitting at home perfectly capable to watch my kids, she's that kind of person. I just go over to mom's place and grab my kids, whatever. But this video is just about the overwhelming percentage. It's getting to be like you're a fucking unicorn if you're together and you're happy and you're raising functional kids, which I guess I shouldn't say that because the functional kid part, I'm raising functional kids. We're divorced. That's just being a good parent, period, whether you're mom or dad, being a good person or parent. But the overwhelming amount of divorce and hell on earth, and she slept with my fucking brother, but we decided to work it out and stay together. Fuck you and fuck that. It's a nightmare, man. It's a nightmare. I'm watching, I'm seeing it, and if you're young and nothing's happened yet, I'm telling you, I hate being that way, but it's women. It's women. It's women. It's women. They're fucking animals. You know how much balls it has for guys to get on a YouTube video or Facebook or wherever a video and just say what I'm saying right now? But they've been so disgusting, thief, lying, manipulative, terrible parents, system rats that are soaking off of men. They're such fucking disgusting human beings that you just got a bunch of guys out here finally waking up to it. And they're like, fuck you, man. Because, look at these fucking poor bastards. So just so all you fucking poor bastards know, there's guys out there like me that, and tons of them, they're all going through this bullshit. And finally, people are starting to stand the fuck up to this shit. I just want you to know, I guarantee your ex-wife's a piece of fucking garbage shit. I guarantee it. Because ain't no loser guys watching this fucking thing. That's the thing about it. Good men whose hearts are getting ripped out of their chest, their pocketbook as they work like a fucking slave is getting killed. Yeah. Good men are getting smoked all over the world. And there's got to be an end to it, man. It's just like I'm going to tell my kids. You have to be, what are the odds that you end up one of those traditional families? And like I said, is the woman just staying there out of fear, though? Or is she just really that good of a person? Because, man, I have seen some shit when it comes to women. All I ever wanted from my ex-wife was fucking love and compassion and appreciation. And, dude, I never got none of it. She was a party girl. She complained all the time. She'd fucking sleep until 2, 3 in the afternoon while I'd fucking be taking care of the kids or working, taking the kids with me to fucking work because I had a landscape business. And then she'd wake up at 3 and just start yelling and bitching and just, it was horrible, man. It was horrible. That's just my story, but I'm telling you, if you got a productive girl who's a career girl who jumps up at fucking 6 in the morning, goes to the gym, comes back, man, yeah, she's probably sleeping with somebody at the fucking gym, dude. I'm sorry, man. I know how this world fucking works. I'm telling you. You know what it takes for me to get on here and say this? I hate doing it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. Every fucking one of them. Every one of them. Oh, and then the story always comes out, later if I ask a guy, I was like, well, she did fuck this guy one time, or she stole money from me this one time, or she took the kids one, you know what I mean? And all the shit that you don't hear about, but it's always the guy getting smoked. The only thing guys will do sometimes is cheat. And that's a total wild animal instinct. And a lot of times guys cheat because they're not getting, not just it at home, they're not getting any love, any appreciation, any fucking decency at home at all. So many times where I was in the position where I could have cheated, and times that I did, I wouldn't even have been in the fucking bar if my wife would have ran me out of the fucking house with her evil, crazy, psychotic shit. You know, I would have rather been sitting on the couch with my wife enjoying my family. But I couldn't because she was a fucking animal. And then after you cheat, well, you're a bad guy and all the, she tells all her friends and stuff like that. Talk about somebody who deserved to be cheated on. What guy's gonna stand for that shit? Handing her thousands of dollars every fucking month, taking care of everything, and then here she is just treating me like dog shit. Like I'm not, she's the first girl that smiles at me I'm gonna fucking want to get close to. At least she's not being an evil bitch, stealing my money, calling me a pile of shit while she's doing it. Fucking everywhere, guys. It's everywhere. Don't forget it. So if you're going through a hard time out there, and yeah, I might have got off on a rant, but that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here, guys. Is these guys are so fucking tired of it. I can't say enough. I've got so much shit I could talk forever about it. I could tell you stories that would never end. I'd just sit here for the rest of my life and keep talking. Because there's going on right now about guys I know, about things that have happened to me. It's a wash, man. You got to be careful. And if you're going through it, hey, understand that at least guys are catching on. That makes me feel good inside. I look at women so different now, man. I look at them, I study them, I watch them, and I can tell you their motives, and it won't take me very long. That's just how they operate. So, whether you're going through a hard time or you're not, and you're a guy out there, I know you ain't looking up these videos for no reason. So, good luck, and I'm just going to keep making videos, man. All right, you guys take care.